Gather round on a Thursday night in the Metaverse, feeling hype. Matthew and Rizzle, they're on the mic. Welcome to the WIP, hold on tight. Light strikes, the energy's high. We're fam in the virtual sky. New speakers, new stories, don't be shy. Crypto knowledge, we're in the know. With them, we break virtual worlds. There's thunder as the lightning twirls. Paradox behind the lens, making moves. Renegade on the audio, no time to lose. Show's got the afters let the good times cruise. Show's got the afters, let the good times cruise.
Mic check, y'all. What's up?
Yeah.
Good. What's up, Easy? What's up, everyone? Very excited for today's WIP. This is Matthew, aka Nifty Time, and we have a lot of friends and family joining us today. We got GeorgeBoya, amazing artist, with Hiddenforces. They're gonna talk about the latest and greatest on their end. I'm very excited to hear about that. We have Fractilians that's gonna help us get really weird in Hyperfi, doing some crazy animals spawning, Bonanza shenanigans. I have no idea what's going to happen, but I know it's going to be fun and weird. Really excited for that. I hope everyone's January is progressing. Time check, it's like halfway through the month already. We're almost into February, which is kind of crazy. And on that note, let's just live in the moment that is this WIP, and let's get things going by passing the mic to the hype master himself. Rizzle, dude, take the shit away. Let's get the hype train rolling.
Yo, let me get a mic check. Oh shit.
Yeah.
I'm getting like mad feedback. No. Yes. All right, we good? Yeah, now no echo. Right? Good. All right, sick. All right, this is we're like going field tripping today. So you want to be in Hyperfi. We're not going to be in the WIP parcel for too long because we're going to go over to V2, and that's good because I wasn't able to edit it earlier today because of a user error on my own part. So it really wasn't Hyperfi's part, but I was like in their Discord trying to figure out what the fuck was going on. So anyway, if you hop into the WIP parcel, the first thing you see is the art that GeorgeBoya and Hiddenforces are going to be talking about in just a couple minutes. And then we're going to go from there to spawn tons of animals by audience request in Hyperfi V2. And I'm going to let Fractilians talk more about that in a little bit. But this is going to be a fun one, and things might break. And you know, you know how we do it. It's going to be great. If you're in Hyperfi right now and you were hearing tons of Babachi music, please mute your tab. I was just talking to Dragonade. I do want to drop a Babachi mixtape featuring like all obnoxious Babachi songs, but I want to do it like Web3. So if anyone knows like an easy way to do that, you know, hit me up on the side. We don't have to talk about that now. Anyway, we're on Skeleton Crew. Once again, it's the month of January. My dog is not helpful. However, we're going to need a fake paradox. We're going to need a fake show. And we are without the afties again today. So we're going to have a nice tight WIP. But we're going to do a group shot at the end. So again, make sure you're in world and, you know, you got your computer rolling. Yo, shout out Foxy Yoga back in the house, holding down the pre-WIP. Glad she's doing all right, as well as all the fam who's down in Venezuela and everything, dealing with all that shit. So big shout out to her coming back in the swing of things. Dragonade, as always, helping out with all the tech stuff. We're going to make sure we got GeorgeBoya and Hiddenforces unmuted and ready to roll in a few minutes. If you have questions for any of today's speakers, please drop them in the general channel, and we're going to – no, Show's good. He's Show's taking a month off the month of January to do some IRL things, much like Paradox, which is why we're on Skeleton Crew. So – anyway, excuse me, it's a group effort. So if you have questions for anyone today, drop them in the general channel and we'll figure out who Fake Show is, and we'll get a fake paradox in here to take some pictures at the end, and it will be dope. We also owe people some prizes. We're good for that. We owe people some mugs and some stuff for last week. If you haven't gotten them yet, keep checking your hidden wallet on OpenSea, or check your folder, because we will be sending those out. And if you sign the guest book today, you're going to get rats skiing, courtesy of Fabiano and Patrizia, and that will show up in your wallet as well. So I'm going to drop the link to the guest book here. And you also get some WIP coin for coming out to today's event. And I'll tell you more about that in a second. Just let me get through my ramble here. Let's see. What else we have to go through? Hyperfi, you just need to know how to move around. So if you want to get goofy, you can type /dance. You can double tap spacebar to fly. We're not going to be in there too long. There's not like a competition going on. But you are going to want to be in world to experience, especially V2 when we get in there. So Fractilians will drop that link a little bit later. And if you're listening to me, you want to be in the general channel as well of the Discord, because that's where the links are being dropped. The best banter is going on, and Easy's there, being fake show. Thank you, Easy. Appreciate that very much. Let's see what else we got. If you aren't aware, we record all these episodes. They get dropped onto our YouTube channel. If you missed last week with Una, it was great. She is fantastic on the mic. Her project is legit, and her presentation was really actually very interesting. I think to everyone who came out last week. So check out last week's event. We have a channel on Farcaster, posting the Farcaster channel so people out there can see your stuff. I'm busy trolling the entire development team over there, so come hang out and put your troll hat on in the Farcaster channel. And I think that's just about everything. Appreciate everyone who's coming out. Appreciate the crew helping out. Like I said earlier, everyone who comes out to these events is getting some WIP crew in their pocket, in their virtual pocket. Drop the deck screener there. And that's the coin we dropped that's associated with our events. So if you like what we do, consider picking up some WIP coin and supporting the community, NFA, DYOR, but you're getting some whether you like it or not, if you sign the guest book. So rejoice in that or something. Let's see. With that, I'm going to get off the mic and pass it over to GeorgeBoya, who is an OG in his own right. Been around the space forever. If you don't know him, you should know him. I'll let him intro himself and talk to him about the art collab that he's got going on with Hiddenforces right now.
Hey, WIP fam, how are you? Can you hear me?
Doing great, man. Your audio sounds good.
Okay, perfect. So I'm very happy to be here again. We did 2 years ago a WIP meeting again about partners in crime when I have only 10 collabs, and it was amazing. Now we are in 54 collabs with a lot of amazing artists. Aside the Hiddenforces, also with Fabiano, Stina Jones that I see here, Miko, who is also here, Skinny, a lot of partners in crime. So a little bit about the collection first. It is a collection of artworks made by me and my other partners. I have a collage technique which I kind of titled stained glass collage technique. And with this technique, I create line work, and then I ask for the other artists to send me some of their art to use as a material to create a new artwork that is kind of inspired by their work, or maybe by their name, or the things I know about them. And it is a very interesting project. We already did 53 collabs, and the latest one is with Hiddenforces, who's a really great artist. I love his style. I love that he's doing this art that is a little bit reminds me of the Rorschach test, or a psychology test. I was always looking at them and kind of wondering what I see now. Is it a butterfly, or is it, something nasty? And maybe because of all of this thinking, I said to myself, George, you see a collab with Hiddenforces behind all this, and maybe you should do it. And so I took some of his art. I think I have a progress GIF that I sent you, so that people can have an idea of how it is created. And I love that, you know, his art, it's a bit like a test. You think that you are diving into yourself in a way and thinking about, you know, what's going on inside you. I think it's a very unique kind of artwork. And oh, this one is with Stina Jones. Yes, we did it last year. It was a very beautiful one. Uh, I loved her minimalistic patterns. It was a bit of a challenge to try and you know, think how I can combine them together and how I can assemble them in a bigger form. And I think it came out really good. We sold it also. That was nice. The previous one with Oh Hungry Artist, who's a very good artist. She's amazing. She's making very detailed art that you cannot, you know, touch it unless you really zoom in inside all these patterns, and then you'll see that she created everything with little dots and little patterns, and that's such a cool artist, such a cool. I started this series almost 2 years ago. I was thinking about what I would like to do because I'm almost more than 20 years as an artist, and I kind of did everything I wanted to do with my art in a way. And I was thinking that collaborations, it's a way for me to move forward and maybe create something something larger, something that it will be mine, but also it will be other artists too. I feel like sometimes, you know, the only way forward is through the others. It's like in life, you know, you never stay the same unless you are interacting with other people. So my whole experience in the crypto art scene so far in those 6 years was me interacting with other artists, learning the way they are working, learning them, becoming friends, sharing stuff. And I thought it would be a cool idea to include everything in a large series like that. And and I think of ourselves as friends and co-workers, but for me the word partners is more accurate descriptions, because partners will always try to do their best for a common goal, and of course in the end they deserve a fair share of the success. You know, I always thought that, believe that what Hiddenforces, okay, I will answer the question in a way. I always believe that, you know, the creation is a solitary job in a way, but the success of the art is a matter of a lot of people. I mean, you create on your own, but you succeed with the help of others. It's not an easy thing. Let's see, do you choose the artist by look, and that's why it also. So I choose the artist. I don't know how I choose the artist. I see some art, it inspires me, and if it inspires me, I try to create something, a sketch, a line work like the one that Stina posted, that WIP video. And if it inspires me and I find an idea that looks plays the part. Plays the part. I mean, for Hidden Forces, it was a very good idea to use Rorschach as the character. Other times I use some art of their own as inspiration or something classical like the old hungry artist, but I really don't have any preference, and I just want to do a collaboration with all the artists if I can.
Yo, George, man, I really appreciate. Sorry, man, I didn't mean to cut you off. I'll let you keep going. I really appreciate what you're doing with the collab, man. I feel like it's important, and it's something that I've tried to do with the Babachi project. I know a lot of people here are involved, and including yourself, man, and especially in the V2. And it's important, man. It's a good community, and I've formed a lot of great relationships. And I'm joking around in the chat box, giving Hidden Forces a hard time, but Hidden Forces is a legend as well, and played a role in getting you on here to talk about this and everything. So if he wants to say anything, he's welcome to hop on too.
I've got one question. A huge storm just hit, so I don't know if I'll rug, but I see you answered Hidden Forces question, which is awesome, doing my fake show job, making it easier. But I had one. After 20 years of making art, has blockchain made an impact on that art? And if so, how do you feel maybe it changed your approach or anything about your art making and delivery?
Yeah, good question. It's true that it totally changed my work in a way that before the blockchain, I was a traditional collage artist, scissors, glue, stuff like that. But when I started with the digital art and the blockchain, I tried to move everything in the digital space. And first with trying, to maybe change and bring my older artworks, my hand-cut collage designs with animation. But later, I grabbed an iPad and I started doing, the same work I was doing with the analog tools with the digital ones, and it opened a lot of new opportunities, and with my art also, and I see a little bit this collection like a blockchain thing because it is regular every Monday. I mint a new artwork, a new artist, a new collaboration. So they're really like kind of blocks one after another. I think the blockchain really inspired me and stuff. Yes, I have in my mind Rizal. Don't worry. I remember your 01 creations. I remember them. And yes, we can do one for sure. So, do you have another questions? Maybe. Yeah. It inspired me a lot, and I felt also that since we are in the digital space, I didn't want to do analog art anymore. I mean, I wanted, to ride the wave, the digital wave. And, collaborations are also easier in the digital space with digital tools and all that stuff. I mean, just imagine doing that thing in an analog way and waiting for the other artist to do some stuff and me cutting them. Yeah, total freedom, and also, as I said, a lot of new ideas that I can work on. I mean, in my opinion, the community is the most important of all. I mean, we made all this because we did it. Aside that, there is really nothing. So I don't. I mean, the inspiration is it's huge. You see amazing art every day. You see stuff going on, and I love collabs. I love them.
Dude, I think you said it, man. The space was built on collabs and us working together and us supporting each other and everything. So, dude, I appreciate what you're doing so much and your positive attitude. And we need that so much right now. Hiddenforces, man, if you want to hop on the mic and say a few words here, you're more than welcome to, man. I don't know if you're bringing, just do your thing, man.
Yo, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Hey, Boya, ¿cómo estás? How are you?
Hey, man, how are you?
Good. Thank you for this. Yeah, I just wanted to get on and thank Mr. Boya here, Boya, for adding me to the Pantheon. You know, I think we've all seen this project develop over the last couple of years, and we know basically all the artists that are getting selected to do the collabs and getting honored by it. So it's always good to see it build. And I feel like George is one of the people, as he mentioned before, that, community is so important. And this series in general is this kind of, it's a history of the movement, it's a history of some of the artists, and sometimes some of the artists that don't necessarily make the list, but are out here still grinding. Yeah. We all know the names. But yeah, it's nice to see those people honored, and it's, I'm honored to be selected and to do this thing. And so, yeah, thank you. It is a little piece of history. And so it feels good to be seeing that with my name on it. Oh yeah, number 54, y'all.
It's my honor too, man. I really love that you are part of the series and all the rest of the artists. I mean, you are my inspiration, to be honest. And sometimes, I feel also that we are left a little bit behind, but it's okay, man. I mean, let's not look at it that way. Let's look at we had a beautiful experience so far. And that is true. We lived, we saw stuff, we did, and we will see how it will go. I mean,
oh, for sure. I believe that. I mean, we keep our own history books, and we will persist longer than the influencers on the rest of that will persist. So it's vital that we maintain those perspectives and keep this kind of thing going, where we keep it alive, keep it a living space, keep people coming in, and keep the blockchain's about continuity of history, for transactions, and also now for that we put it into art. So yeah,
totally
great.
Yeah. It is. I always saw the blockchain like a sort of a history, and I think that deep inside. It's not about so much about the art and the images and the stuff like that. It's about that little transaction minting, and how your whole journey of minting stuff, and I think in the end this is what will count most of all. How you treated your thing. I mean, were you a good player in this game, or did you just bought the art yourself, or did you just was traded all the time? I mean, this is the history, and of course the history of the people and the artists. That's for sure.
Like I said, man, appreciate your spirit and what you're doing so much, man, and also your positive attitude, because God knows I need some of that out here, and your take on everything. It's honestly like a breath of fresh air, man, and really appreciate what you're doing. I dropped the link in the general channel that to the collection, everything, if people want to check it out. So definitely go do that on your own time. And I think we're gonna make a transition here. We're gonna make a hard transition into Fractillions and Hyper 5e2. But I think everyone's gonna find this to be a breath of fresh air as well. So thank you, GeorgeBoya. Thank you for Hiddenforces for hopping on. Please feel free to stick around because we are going to spawn some animals in Hyper 5v2. I'm going to pass the mic over to Fractillions in a second. And Fractillions, my thought is, so let me explain, or maybe we can drop the link. Let's get into the spot, and then I can explain a little bit about what we're seeing, and then I'm going to pass the mic over to Fractillions, who's going to do a much better job of that, and also tell you what she's been working on and what she's cooking up, which is honestly fascinating. So she just dropped the link in the Discord. I'm going to drop it in Hyper 5v1 and send everyone over there and pop into that spot. It may break, but we're gonna do it. So let me get over there as well, and let's see. So Fractillions, here is my thought. I'm thinking. So let me tell the audience. So there's a couple things going on here. I have God power, and so does Fractillions. Because if we gave everyone God power, everything would break, and we wouldn't be able to spawn cool animals. So hang on, I'm trying to get into this website here. So my thought is, Fractillions, while you are introing what you're doing and what's going on, what you're cooking, what's going on in Hyper 5v2, I can take some suggestions from the audience on what they want to spawn, and we can just sort of like, I can like load them up and sort of, you know, get it going kind of thing. So
Sweet.
Does that sound good?
Yeah, no, totally.
All right, cool. I see some
Did you want me to,
body
maybe we should start with that, and then I can talk about the what do you call it? Talk about the whole STEM thing, why I even built this, and I mean, not that I didn't build this, why I started playing around with this. Should I do that, or whatever you want to do? Let's do that. Let's everyone start. We can start because it takes a while to prompt things in here, and this is basically in Hyperfy. You can connect an API, connect to ChatGPT, and I learned this from Vox Finier, the master, amazing freaking builder, and I wanted to do this as another sample of how to create things within Hyperfy for a workshop I'm going to be teaching in a couple months again in Hawaii to educators and students, like a professional development on world building, AI, storytelling, all that kind of fun stuff. But yeah, and the cool thing, let me screen share just in case somebody's not in here so you can see what I'm doing. Does that sound good, or should I back up result?
Yes, this sounds great. I've already got a punk rat generating based on easy suggestion in the chat box. So if people want to suggest things to generate in the chat box, I'll play God mode, and they take like 2 minutes to pop up, but they'll pop up and they're weird. If you see the jumping frog with his tongue sticking out, that's one I generated yesterday. So give me more suggestions in the chat box while for things we can create while Fractillions tells you about the cool shit she's doing.
Yeah, so just to give a little background, I don't know if any of you guys maybe you've like joined the immersive arts, and I've talked a little bit about it here before too. So one of the things I've done for a long time is maybe for the last 20 years, worked with STEMworks, which is a STEM program in Hawaii. I used to like fly all over the islands teaching digital arts workshops. And I was just there last year in April at the STEMworks conference, and I did a professional development / like student it was like middle school students mainly, but they have all grades that go there. And so Hyperfy AI world building and stuff. And from that, I ended up doing a pilot program with 3 teachers and educators, computer science K-5 educators across the Hawaiian Islands. And then they asked me to come and do a 2-day workshop, which is fun. Because like trying to teach all this in like 40 minutes in a workshop at a STEM conference is a madness. It's like the kids sit down, the kids build shit, and then they have to leave. You know, like if any of you guys are educators, you know, classroom, like 90% of the time is getting everyone to focus for a second. So it's going to be a lot of fun doing a longer format. But I wanted this to be one of the things I get to play with as well. And before I say anything else, I wanted to give a huge shout out to HP, who basically for the STEMworks conference, he gave me 15 worlds to play with for the students, and for the upcoming workshop, he's donating that too. So he's been amazing. And I don't know if you guys use Hyperworld Host. It's awesome. I've used it because it makes it really easy when you're like wanting to build your own world in V2. So Rizzo, we wanna get going on maybe doing some prompts?
Yes, I've already got like 4 going on.
Oh,
yes,
wicked.
so,
There you go. Let me go over there. I'm missing the show.
Yeah, well, nothing's happening yet. There's like a whole bunch of naked bodies surrounding a bunch of
we need
prompts.
some VRMs.
Legs.
You can drag
Yes.
a VRM and just like we
I
need
had
to
trouble
like
with
drag
that.
some from Avatar. So
Mhm.
another thing, like playing around with this, it's always about like how to like a lot of this is going to be more like curriculum based, like using curriculum based concepts and using these worlds so kids and teachers can create kind of experiences that like are educational and also teaches them about world building, how to think like a creator. And another thing I've done is I created a whole series of YouTube. Here, I'll drop that in the chat as well. It's a whole lecture series. It took forever, like 7 different videos that kind of walk everybody through this process. So it was meant, it's like a free resource for teachers to learn about all of this stuff. So I'll paste that here in the chat. If any of you guys know anyone who could find it useful, please send them there. And another thing I did is I created a whole bunch of like a Notion doc with a bunch of resources. So I just want everything to be for free and teachers to have access. And oh wait, the playlist doesn't even show up there. But yeah, so that's like another little side note. And so let me show you another thing I just did, which I was like, ooh, like the more you prompt, like you can do so much more than just like a simple prompt. So like just prepping for this, um, I started playing around, and I always use you know this, Rizzo, I always use ChatGPT to make my prompts like 10 times better. And I started playing around with that idea too. And here, let me open it up to show you. So one thing, you know, talking about what I was saying, like how do you get these kids to start visually thinking in abstract ways? And it's like, hi, one of the like think about issues in Hawaii. A lot of the times they have to talk about the apuaha, which is the land systems there, or the coral reefs or things like that. So the last STEM program, you know, I did a little demo on like the effects the cruise ships have. Like the cruise ships, I don't know if you guys know, this is kind of gross, but they're allowed to dump waste 3 miles offshore in most places, and that waste affects the coral reefs. It gives people staph infections, all sorts of gross stuff. And so I kind of piggyback on that idea, and I was like, how can I prompt models that kind of like start getting kids to be like, hey, I'm not just going to do a prompt of like a silly thing, which totally I want them to, but also like, how can I build something that might be fun to talk about these concepts? So if you guys come over here, actually, I'll show you. So this is one quick idea I had. I was like, okay, so if you step on a coral reef or touch it, it tends to kill it. Like it'll disrupt it and make it unhealthy. So my prompt for this was like, okay, make a coral reef. This is a really abstract coral reef. You can see my little beach, and here are the coral reefs there sticking out. Like that, if you get too close to it, their mana or their glow will go away. So this is prompted. Look, you just get close to it, it goes away. And this was done in like 30 seconds, right? And it's like showing this to the kids and then playing in these worlds, I think will be a lot of fun to see what concepts they come up with and what ideas and what solutions they come up with, like with whatever curriculum based idea people have. So yeah. Does that make sense, Frizzle? This is me, what I do, playing around, coming up with ideas and just, I don't know.
This is great. The giraffe with the pretzel neck, it sort of has a pretzel neck, was just spawned. The bullseye thing, I typed in something inspired by Skeeny. I didn't know like what the hell it was going to do, and it spawned that. The punk rat looks awesome. Yeah, the punk rat looks great. We got a few other things coming through. A bull with wings. We got a. Do you mind spreading these out a little bit for Excellence? I'm not.
Yeah. Where are they? Are they over? Oh, cool.
Like,
yeah, I'll do that.
Sort of piled by the giraffe. We got a baby fox, a dragon called Dragon coming.
Awesome. Oh my God.
The rat has a cool mohawk. I think, and forgive me if you already covered this, but I think people would be interested in the AI connection. How it's working with Hyperfy here, and also the unpredictability factor of the ducks was a great story that I think is worth sharing too.
Oh yeah. The waddling ducks are off in the distance somewhere. They usually like, I don't know, sometimes they appear, sometimes not, but like the fun thing is like, and actually like I haven't had much luck doing this, but you can edit what you prompt out, and I like Fox Finney showed me that, and for some reason it's not working in my world. I don't know why, but that's even like a whole nother level. Like you can create this prompt, and then you can put your little red dot over it, and then like /create, and then re-edit it. And that's what he did for his world. He's done some amazing cyberpunk prompted worlds. And so like this is like totally like kindergarten compared to stuff. But what I did is here, since I have Hyperfy world, I'll jump into, let's say this world right here. Oh no, I don't want to go to world. Hold on, sorry. Well, I'll show you that too. But so if you have a world, I'm sure you can do this if you have a self-hosted, but I don't know how. I just use this. So all you need to do is you go to this API setting section, and you select what API. I was just using OpenAI, which is what I have, and you select what model, and you go into here this platform, since each one, whatever model you choose, will have its own platform for doing this. So what I did is I put money into it, and so it allows me to prompt with that. So with the budget of like $15, like right now I've prompted like seriously like 40 things, and it's cost less than $1, because I'm sure you guys have prompted a bunch of things. So the cost is awesome. It's pretty cheap. And yeah, and here you can this is just their little view of how you can, see how much you've been using it and stuff. And you can set the amount, it could be a lot less. I think it was at 20, then I could lower it to $5 if you don't want to spend more, or you don't have to spend any of it. This is just the max cap in case for some reason somebody finds it and starts prompting all these things, and I don't want to get like $1,000 bill or something. So I can reset this budget, but it's pretty simple. And again, this is Vox was the one who kind of was like, hey, try this. It's really easy and fun. And I was just blown away the first time he showed me it, because the variety of cool things that are prompted, and yeah. I don't know if you guys have any questions, or like, let's keep. Let me move the stuff. That's what you said, right, Bizzle?
Yes, please, if you don't mind spreading it out a little bit.
Bullseye, what is that? Oh, that's cool.
Oh, I was just wondering how like the AI would respond, and if it knew Skeeny, and so I was like something inspired by Skeeny, and then it just made a bullseye. So I don't know if that actually like if it found something on Skeeny out there, and that is related to anything. I assume not, but I'm just interested in like I don't know how intelligent it is and how good this 3D renderer is. I mean, it wasn't even that long ago when we just like finally got the ability to spin up these things, just 3D files with AI, and it do a halfway decent job. And here we are like doing it in real time in world with like a whole bunch of people here. Baby Fox is definitely unique.
Oh, that Baby Fox is so cool. And the thing is, the extra cool thing is all of these are hype. So I can download these and share them with anybody. So that's going to be another level of fun. Like imagine if you have a group of like 10 kids, everyone prompts crazy things and everyone can share them. So in order to share it, I click on the object and I download it, and there's my hype. And then if you have a V2 world, you just drag it into that other world. It's that easy. And all of these are not meshes, they're code base. So you can look right here at the code that makes them. And you can edit this code in real time, in Hyperfy. And what I do when I have no idea what the code is doing is I copy and paste that into ChatGPT and have it help me if I want to start playing around, learning coding, playing around with, adjusting it. And again, normally you should be able, like, let me show you. This is actually this cool taxi I grabbed from Voxfinia. He let me like play around in this world and stop prompting random shit. But you can see here how it says create, and then he edited it. And all those edits he did in real time in Hyperfy. And that's the one thing I can't, for some reason, isn't working for me in here. But in his world, I was able to, which is really cool. So, and it's a really fun way to learn to code in terms of, at least for me, I don't know. But yeah.
I'm like trying to find the baby. Is it the baby? How do you pronounce this? Hiddenforces Shulu, or what the fuck?
Oh, I love the fox. He came out so cool. Oh my god, what is that? A flying bear?
Fox came out really cool. Oh, the bull with wings came out cool too. Bull with wings
So
centipede with human legs. Fractalians, I have a question while we're doing this. So the height file, and so we were doing this yesterday, just like prepping for this. I'm gonna take a shot of the bull with wings and just trying to see how it worked, and I was blown away. And then Fractalians just dropped me the height file for the for the jumping frog that I made. And so it's that easy. If y'all want some of these files that you have created here, it's as easy as drag and drop. They can go in the Discord. But I guess my question is there like, I'm not familiar with hype files. I assume that's Hyperfy's own thing. Jesus, the giant psychedelic mushroom just appeared. It works with scale too.
Where is he? Oh my god, he's awesome. Oh my god, that's so cool.
I'm gonna someone give me an idea. I'm gonna make a giant punk rat. We're gonna make some giant things here.
Oh, that's awesome. I think of like creating fun, shareable things, and it's just there. I mean, the best way to describe it is I'm not the best person to describe exactly what a hype is, but what I do whenever I have no idea what's going on, I just go to Hyperfy docs.hyperfy.com, and here it goes. It talks about the hype format, and this is like the technical how it's created and stuff. But basically, it just lets you create. I mean, I want to learn how to create my own from scratch too, but right now oh, look at that. How come wait, how did I turn into that? That's so weird. And now it's like, I don't know what's going on. Oh, I'm in the wrong parcel. Sorry. There we go. But yeah, I usually go into the docs and usually I use ChatGPT to help me explain. But I have multiple, since I have a bunch of different Hyperfy worlds, it makes it a lot easier to like, test things out, see what works, see what doesn't. But yeah. So the ease of that part is really fun. And I just think of like how fun it is to do collaborative building or collaborative prompting. And then ideally what you want to like, if the kids, there's a lot of restrictions in school of generative AI, so they would not be allowed to be the ones typing. The teacher could, or the teacher could have a world with the API connected. She prompts stuff, and then let's say the kids have 10 worlds. She just drags those hypes into the world that the kid did, and then the kids could go into places like like Poly Pizza, or another thing I'm gonna have ready for them is like, I think it was Jin, or I forget who did it, like a drag and drop of GLBs. So that the teachers, a lot of these teachers I work with are computer science teachers, so a lot of this stuff, it's like they understand. So it's kind of like I want to show them as much as I can as a workaround to be like, hey, you want to do this, and these are the restrictions. Well, these are the hacks of how to still do it and be compliant, and also let the kids have a lot of fun. But yeah, if anybody has questions or oh, look, there's questions here. Out of the world being, so do we do everything hyperfine? No, I do everything. I do a lot of stuff in Blender. Right here, this is like, here, I'll show you another world. This is the another world that I did. This is wait, hold on. This is a world that was going to be kind of like it's not letting me look. Tab, come on.
Click on, if you're wondering what Fractalians is talking about, the other world, click on her name in the Discord here for a screen share.
Yeah, sorry. I need to hold on a second. Well, okay. This world is another world, a demo world, and it's about the Apuaha. It's going to be like a learning lab, and all of this I built out in Blender first. I drag it because it's a lot easier when you have like a big world like this that I'm going to use more like a learning environment. All of this is just to give teachers ideas of what you can do. And ideally, you don't want to teach in Blender right now. Like Blender's like, all of this is kind of like the gateway to learning Unity, Unreal, Blender, and all that kind of stuff. So it's like a quick way for kids to understand like how you can use these visual worlds in like cool ways. Like this, I thought could be like a cool little classroom, and drag some videos. This is like a AI video I did of Apuaha and this taro plants, but like just trying to create fun use cases that are easy for them to do. Like a lot of these models in here are from Poly Pizza, or I've built myself, but most of them are free stuff, or I prompted, or a Blender of Poly Pizza, or free resources. So I kind of want to like encourage them to be like, hey, a lot of this stuff you think it's a lot, but it really isn't. Like, so another world I did for them, just to show you guys like kind of what I'm doing. Come on. Hyperfy post has been a little weird today. I don't know. But it's also, this is where I break things, right? If I didn't break anything, it wouldn't be. No, I decided not to wear. Oh, there it is. Okay. So this is another world I did for them to learn, how to, this is like the learning playground, I call it. So here, let me show you guys. So students can come in here and they have to do what I call the recreation challenge. And in the recreation challenge, they have all these assets over here, a playground challenge, and they'll have access, they'll be given admin access, and they have to recreate like a park out of all these things. So they'll learn how to use all the tools, builder tools within Hyperfy to build things. So again, how to use these environments that teachers can think in those ways, like, hey, this is a playground for you to like, let's say you were talking about, like here, let me show you. Sorry, I'm jumping around so much, but oh my God, look at that. Is that a jellyfish? Sorry, it's so fun to see all this cool stuff in here. Okay, I don't know why I'm not able to fly right now. Can you guys fly?
No.
Weird. Hmm.
How do I get myself
Okay, now I can
unstuck
fly.
from a thingy?
Okay, so here's another little demo just to show you what I will be using with like the teachers. Where is this? So we'll be using like AI tools to do 3D models of objects, and this is an example. This is a, what's the name of it? Let me find it for you guys. Sorry, that was my kid. Not my dog, Rizzle. My kid. Like, this is a endangered plant, and this is an endangered bird in Hawaii, you know, and then basically I would do an experience where like I'm going to create models and do a baby tree and have them, you know, think about conservation, planting them, you know, all these kind of fun things that you can do within this environment that isn't just like hosting a party and having people dance around. That's kind of how I try to think of it, because like, you know, we are dealing with the Roblox generation and they know how to build things, but a lot of times it tends to be like it isn't thinking about like how you can use these in different contexts, which is what I find really fun and exciting. Especially, I can't wait to see what the kids come up with if I show them this and like, hey, these are some a variety of issues, like tackle these and see how you can visually represent them in here. So yeah.
I'm actually amazed how stable this is, considering I'm just filling it up with tons of stuff. Still asking how we generate. At the moment, Fractillions and I are the only ones who are able to, just because we weren't sure if it was going to be total chaos. Oh my God, something else just spawned.
What is that? These are amazing. Oh, look at that cat. I love
whoa,
it.
that's the Stella cat. Holy shit.
It is wicked. And that's the
Yeah,
thing.
that's
It comes
awesome.
up with such cool ideas, and I love how it's like it's all, again, it's all not mesh, it's all code based, so it gets so creative. I think this is genius. And that jellyfish, holy shit. And what is this one, Rizzle? A fox? No, a wolf. It looks like a wolf.
It's a giant. It's a Viking wolf. It's a giant jumping Viking wolf. I'm also pretty amazed. Like the UFO is like, you know, in action doing UFO things.
Oh,
And
that is so cool. Look at
So I'm trying to generate a swarm of frogs and a swarm of robot fireflies. Oh, here's the swarm of frogs. It just came up.
I
I'm
want to
pretty
see
sure
those.
they're going to be flying around. They're all over the place. There's like a pile of them sort of over here.
Swarm of frogs? I need to
Yeah,
find where you are.
they're like block
Oh,
frogs.
they are. They're like fly frogs?
Sort of. They're like.
Or are they fireflies?
They look like shoe boxes almost with like eyeballs, but they're flying. The Stella cat is perfect, right? The Stella cat came out like the AI knows her already.
Is that a centipede?
That is a centipede with human legs. I forget.
Oh, that's disturbing.
Yes, it's very disturbing. I forget who requested what at this point. Here's the robot fireflies. They're kind of cool. I was hoping they would be flying.
I like that. Look, he's beaming up the Dragonate. Sorry, Dragonate, the UFOs are taking you somewhere cool. I love it.
Okay, bye. F you all. My planet needs me.
The cool thing, look, if you right click on an item, it tells you the prompt right here, an alien spacecraft hovering, shooting beams. So like, it's a fun way for kids. Let's say if you have a bunch of kids prompting and then they want to learn, how do they make that? And then you try to recreate it. It's always going to be different each time. I've done that. Like I grabbed the taxi. This is the one Voxfinia did, and I grabbed it. I grabbed the same prompt and I did my own, and it came out totally like similar but different, which is really cool because then that means that there's so many fun possibilities. What is that? Oh, look at that little guy. What is this one? He's like a. Oh no, I don't want him to. I want him to get big. There he is.
Sorry, I'm saying you're talking myself.
Yes, we want him big. The punk rat.
Yeah, it's the punk rat. That was
Oh, hell
suggestion.
yeah.
The first one.
And all of these I'll download and put them in the Discord afterwards. So if you guys have V2, you can just, like we can just create a crazy resource with all of these, Or this could be our new fundraising mechanism for the WIP. Seriously. Not the hypes themselves, but we could have these as like a crazy story and then like, I don't know.
Yo, I love this. This is max
These
chaos.
guys are so cool. Oh my God.
Super awesome. The fireflies almost look like flying cigars or something.
I know I want to make them giant. That's the cool thing. All of these are editable, rotatable, movable. And since it's code based and we have all these people in here, it's a good what do you call it? User testing or pressure testing. Like, because this is what I'm gonna have in Hawaii, all these students. And if you can see there, that taro plant, ballistic banana, that's a taro plant. So talk about the Hawaii stuff. So that's a grabbable taro plant that you're running around with. Ooh,
Let's
look
make
at
some
that.
poi.
Oh yeah, poi. I don't really like the taste of poi. I love all other things, but poi is the one thing I still don't like that much.
Have you ever had it fresh before it's fermented? Totally
I have.
different.
I mean, I've lived in Hawaii a long time. I just
Right on. That's the only way I like it is like freshly made. Like,
But maybe it depends because I'm sure I'm sure you probably have like, you never know where you get it or something, and maybe it's different. But I'm willing to try it again when I go there. Ooh, a massive swimming pool. I like it. Thank you for taking the reins and like, is this all? Oh, I love how cool those. Look at that. They do look like cool shoe boxes, but it's such a creative way. And it's also a really cool way to show, like, let's say you're going to teach Blender after this. You take these models, take a close up, then you can actually bring them into AI and make an actual 3D model, bring that into Blender and have them recreate it. So it's like a really fun way to use all these different tools and like use it as a pathway to like, okay, you want to manipulate it, you could do this, this, and this. And yeah. I love these fireflies. Actually, oh, we need a cave to put the fireflies in it. So we need to prompt a cave. Oh, crystal cave. That's what I'm gonna do.
On it. Okay, yeah, you got it.
Slash create magical crystal cave. Actually, this is where I'm gonna go and do what I like to do is go to ChatGPT and be like, hey, I want to prompt a magical crystal cave. Help me. Because it'll come up with something way better than I can. Sorry, what were you gonna say, Rizal?
I was going to say, if anyone has any questions, feel free to drop them in the chat box here. I'm going to prompt a couple more things here. And Fractalians, if there's any other information you want to leave people with, please do that. And I want to make sure we get everyone in here for a group shot. So if you're listening or watching, dropping the link here in the Discord and make sure you're in here because this is chaos and you want to be here for this group shot.
Well, if any of you guys want to...
I'm playing fake show.
Oh, cool.
Cheddar Queso asks, can you give the AI images and have it create models based on, say,
not yet.
Okay.
Not yet. But you can use an image, bring it into ChatGPT, say, hey, I want a prompt for this, and then bring that prompt in, and then it could be closer to what you want. But it is changing. Again, like 2 years ago, AI tools, I'm sure it's going to shift and we can do more and more and more within there. But that's what I would do. I would like, oh, this is an image. Bring it into ChatGPT and be like, hey, I want this created elsewhere. Can you make me a prompt that visually represents this? And then you could bring it in and see what happens. Does that help, Cheddar?
Sounds like a good way to do it. Also, Ballistic Banana asks, how do you get the AI app in world? I have a V2 world.
Oh, so right here. So hold on. So you would go into your STEM world section. And if you see down here, AI settings, this is where I had to do a little digging. And again, I use ChatGPT for everything. At this point, I'll be like, hey, I need to set up my API. Where do I go? So depending on which model you want to use, again, I have OpenAI. And from that, I found that I have to go here. And then within here, you set up all the stuff, like I'm not going to open this real quick right now, but you open that and then you connect it that way. It's a little more complicated, but it'll expose my API key, which you're not supposed to do. So
for all you out there, if you missed that screen share, it should be up, I believe, on like the YouTubes later, and you can go back and watch.
Yeah, and if any of you guys would love to have some followers on YouTube and all of this information here, I'll show you guys real quick. All of this is up on my YouTube, and like if you know any teachers, please let them know that, look, I have all the, here's the playlist. And Rizal and I do our weekly immersive arts thing, and all those videos are here too. And here's what I call the encoded. So here I kind of dive into, and it's all like kind of curriculum based and like pretending you're a teacher and you're going to use these tools. And there's a whole, here, view full playlist. You can see the playlist I created, and it goes, the first one is like reflection, like just talking about the general overview, and then kind of go into like how to use AI tools, how to use what I call the recreation challenge, which is that world that you saw with the playground. They're going to recreate that. And then I dive more deeply into build and create digital tools and all that stuff. So yeah, if you could share it with anybody you know who you think might find it useful, or if you want to learn yourself, this is all V2 as well. So it might be a good primer. And, you know, I'm a total dork in it, so sorry for the when I listen to myself, sorry about the but yeah, I would love some more ideas or followers. If you guys want to see any videos, let me know. And yeah. Close that up. But yeah, feel free to share that and follow on Twitter. Wait, not Talk Sam. Ooh, the awesome person we had last the other day. That was a lot of fun. You can follow me on Twitter as well, right here. So I share all the stuff on here. I should have streamed this today, but it's always streamed, right, in World? Or do you guys stream it too, Rizzo?
Yeah, it's been streamed on Twitter via Twitch, which gets dumped into YouTube. Dragonade knows how all this works, but yes, it all somehow fits together.
And I also started. This is actually from one of the teachers who's amazing. She, like, I brought it down even another level because the other one's like teacher facing. This one's kind of student edition, so I kind of break down the intro, and I have all these resources like PDFs, everything for the teachers to use as well for free, and it's all up on my Notion page. But yeah.
Awesome. Fractalians, appreciate what you're doing. I'm sure a lot of people here do. It's so nice to see people actually appreciating what we're doing and bringing it into the real world and trying to, show other people and educate them as well. We're going to take a group photo. Where? I don't know. Well, that's a good question. There's plenty of places and plenty of options. We'll get the Fake Paradox theme song rolling, and like Fractalian said, find all of her stuff, sub to her things. She's doing real stuff in the real world with the stuff that we love, as well as GeorgeBoya and Hiddenforces. Thanks everyone for coming on, and let's get a group shot. What the hell? Oh, that's the boa tree.
Where is it? Ooh, that's so cool.
Yes, it's the theme song rolling, and we'll get a group shot.
Where are we gonna go?
We're gonna let Fake Paradox decide.
Cameraman,
okay.
Looking for a tiny bit of attention. It's me, Paradox. Get your asses in line and smile for the fucking camera. No one cares about Matthew and Rizzle, that's for sure. It's about me, Paradox. I'm taking over the show.
All right, I guess I'm Fake Paradox today. Maybe over by the WIP pyramid. Could be a nice backdrop for a lovely photo. If everybody wants to join me over by this WIP pyramid. I see them coming. They're streaming in.
There they are. I'm going to bring the jellyfish over.
Yes, jellyfish. If you have a tea and crumpets, any nice things you built today over here.
I know, I need to have like a VRM dispenser thing here. Sorry, I should have done that before this event, but that way we can all be, I like having anons too, it looks cool.
I was gonna say all the awkward naked bodies feels good. they want the baby fox in the front. MK Dragon wants a baby fox.
Where's the where is it? Yes, we need the fox. Where is it?
I don't know, Easy let us all the way out of the fray, and now I'm gonna drag everything over here. But that's what we do with Fake Paradox.
Okay, let's get the baby fox. Where are you? Oh, there it is. I'm gonna copy this one and bring it over. We need baby fox maybe a little bigger.
valiant with your obvious point that would have made sense. It doesn't matter. We have fake paradox. This is how we just roll with it. Fractilians, you got a nice shot in your screen. You could take a screen grab of
Yeah,
exactly.
I'm trying to do it right now.
Thanks everyone for coming out today. I'm going to drop the link for the guest book one more time. Make sure y'all sign that because you're going to be getting the rats scheme from Fabiano and Patricia, which are not AI generated, and also some WIP coin in your wallet. So make sure you sign the guest book. I'm getting some echo.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah, some echo.
It's easy.
We'll go on style. Yeah, that's easy. Oh, it was easy. God damn it, easy. Still, I just dropped the link to the guest book. It's the Google Doc, like 2 posts up. It's also in the Hyperfy world that we came from before this. So if you feel like, scrounging around the metaverse for it, but you go for the low effort way in the Discord. Highly recommend. Thanks, Stella Cat, for coming out. I know this is not a convenient time. A lot of people showing up today from the other side of the world, and appreciate that very much. And a lot of returning community members. Fractilians, this was incredible. I think everyone had a good time. If you want some of the files that we generated, slide into our DMs and we'll get them to you. And I think that's pretty much everything for this week. We're going to be back next week with Flexosaurus Rex and that MTV project that they created. I'm pretty sure I'm wrangling them now. They're down. They're on a side quest. So it's gonna be a good one for next week. So come back then. And I'm so used to saying stick around for the afties, but show is on hiatus. He's gonna be back I think in a couple weeks. And so in the meantime, I'm gonna throw it back to Matt and say see you guys next week, and we'll listen to the Cheese song on the way out.
Well, also, huge shout out to Ash from Hyperfy.
Oh, yeah.
Love Hyperfy. Thank you, Ash.
Big shout out to Ash. Big shout out to everyone that came to the show today. Stick around for the Cheese song. Let's get it and see everyone next week.
1, 2, 3, 4. Mashed potatoes, I want chicken, cheese. Fuck yes, oh cheese, oh cheese, oh cheese, oh, this is awesome, 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 oh. Sweet dreams are made of cheese. Pizza's good too. I like where this is going. Yeah. Fuck yes, cheese. Kill the audio bombs with fire, with fire, with fire. Death to audio problems. Lactose intolerant people, I am so sorry. Give me that shit. Give me that shit. I got carried away. We all love a good meme explorer song. Cheddar, blue cheese. Better way says cheese emoji. Rendon has cheese. Meme explorers with extra cheese. Death to audio. Audio problems. Death to audio. Problems. Cheddar won't go out for days. Cheese is like fuck yes, oh, death to audio problems, death to audio. Lots of gifts of cheesy things, all up in the Discord of Beam Explorers. Oh, lots of gifts of cheesy things. Cat with heart eyes, clap, clap, clap. Cheese steak, cookies, hi, cheese is the best. Gifts of cats with cheese on their faces, death, death, death. The only thing we love more than cheese is gifts. The only thing is fondue. Rizzle says death to audio problems. Rizzle says death. Audio milk. Cheese is live. Audio problems. Cheese is live. Oh, yeah. Yay. The little kitten says LOL, and Elmo's on fire, and Ernie's got condoms on his ears, so fire, so fire. Death to audio, to audio, death to audio, LMAO, give me cheese, oh give me death to audio, death to audio. Vibe check, vibe check. Death to high ping. I want some lemonade. Make cheese great again. Condoms on the ears. That's what it looked like to me. Oh, death to audio problems, to audio, death to audio problems, to audio. I'm vibing, make cheese lemonade. When life gives you rotten cheese, you make cheese lemonade. So much cheese and some sriracha, some cheese and some sriracha. Me vibing big time when Rizzle coins. You make nachos, you make nachos. Love the song so dope. Stuff that cheese in your face. Stuff that cheese in your face with jalapeno. With jalapeno. In your face, cheese whiz. Pickles, yes, cheese whiz. In your face, I said death to audio, to audio, death to audio, to audio, oh, death to audio, to audio, next to audio, to audio, death to audio, death to audio, I'm audio, oh, death to audio, to audio, to audio, to audio, to audio, Elmo's audio, to audio, Gouda audio, having like the audio, shake audio, yeah, that's it. Oh my lord. Whew. I have to turn on the fan.